All right. Today is January 1st, 1990. Yeah, act like that 2020 up there does not matter because this has nothing to do with 2020. As this is a pretty good team to show you what the hell's going on here. The 76ers. Hey, look, it's Charles Barkley. We are back in the year of 1990 and re-simulating the entire decade upon us. Last time I did one of these, and first of all, by the way, this has been insanely requested ever since I've done this one. The 2010 simulation back in April. It's been a crazy ride. That first video has a million views now, and since then I've hit 100k, 200k, and whatever the hell I'm at right now. So yeah, did want to say that still to this day there is about 100,000 people who watch every single one of my videos and have not subscribed. So hey, if you're in that boat, then you might as well. I don't know though, I can't control you. Hey, Johnny Dawkins. We hit the insurmountable like goal of 30 on the last video, so for this one let's try and hit 36 like Rasheed Wallace when he played for the Knicks. Fantastic. Now for the rosters, because I doubt that even if you were one of the people that are watching this video that was alive during this time, you probably just can't throw your mind back to 1990 right now. The 76ers got yes, small forward Charles Barkley. That's what he was listed as during these years prior to his departure to Phoenix, where he won an MVP along with Rick Mahorn. Milwaukee Bucks, yeah, you're kind of, you are what you are. Yes, the Chicago Bulls, Scottie Pippen in what, his third year pro, and Delaney Rudd. The Cleveland Cavaliers, headlined by Mark Price and Ron Harper, and the god Craig Elo. Old man Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, and basically everybody else being old on this team. Charles Smith, Danny Manning, and look, man, the Clippers weren't good until like 2012. We know the deal. The Memphis Grizzlies with 70 overall John Starks and nobody. Now this team, along with two other teams in this roster, did not exist back in this day, so they're just full 40s, and that's the only way you can control it. You can't remove teams or anything like that. Atlanta Hawks, prime Dominique Wilkins, and a future coach guy Doc Rivers, and an old Moses Malone. Sherman Douglas and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the Miami Heat. He's actually not supposed to be here, but he's just a free agent, so he just decided to sign with them. That's all. It's free will. I mean, the guy's 42 years old, for Christ's sake. What the hell do you think he's gonna do? Skyhook him to the finals? Maybe. I wouldn't doubt Kareem. Muggsy Bogues, the best player on the Hornets. Yes. Stockton and Malone, the duo in Utah, which would stay here, not win any rings for like 10 years, but it's all good because maybe they will this time around. Danny Ainge and the Kings. Mark Jackson, Patrick Ewing, and the New York Knicks of old. Good old Irvin Magic Johnson, still in the midst of his prime, along with James Worthy, Reggie Theus, and whoever the hell cares about this Orlando Magic team. Hey, Nick Anderson. Mavericks legend Derek Harper and Rolando Blackman. I would assume this is Jaren Jackson Jr.'s father. Well, yeah, he was a 69 overall back in this day. Hey, was that Rick Carlisle? Hey, Rick Carlisle, how you doing? But yeah, the Nets kind of suck. Just because I said that, they'll probably build a dynasty now. John Shasky and Fat Lever in the Nuggets. Good old Reggie Miller back in the league. Well, at least back in 2K, since he usually isn't here. Along with a pretty solid Indiana Pacers team, including Dyron Nix. Another team that should not exist, the New Orleans Pelicans, of course. Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman in this squad over here. And our final team that does not exist, Toronto. Hakeem Olajuwon, the god of, well, one of the gods of the 90s at the least. I can't really say that over Jordan, right? But we'll see what happens. A young David Robinson with Terry Cummings, and who else is on here? Frank Burkowski. Wait, is that guy's name Welp? Chris Welp. Yes, Welp. This isn't like the 2010 simulation where I know everyone myself. I don't even remember. I mean, I wasn't here. This was 11 years before I was born. Jeff Hornacek, Mike Morrison, and the Phoenix Suns. Pretty solid team, actually. Shout out to Kevin Johnson. Today's Indiana Pacers coach, Nate McMillan. Sean Kemp and the Seattle Supersonics. What's his name? Gary Payton would be in this year's draft in 1991. We'll see where the hell he goes. Pooh and the pre-Kevin Garnett Timberwolves. Hey, Sam Mitchell. He used to coach this team. Terry Porter, a mid-prime Clyde Drexler, and this Portland Trailblazers squad. Oh, Kevin Duckworth, the man that has the one-hand shot release. Yes, of course. Everyone has uses at some point in 2K. Chris Mullin, Tim Hardaway, Mitch Richmond, Run TMC, and Rod Higgins, who is in a suit. And last but not least, big-bodied John Williams and the Washington Bullets, along with still a scoring god in his old age, Bernard King. If you ever watched any of my videos before, you know how this will go, of course. I try my best to make it so that the 1990s contracts will work themselves out. You can't even physically possibly make them as low as possible, but they'll work themselves out. Also, another thing, which there's no menu screen for me to show you right now, but I lowered the first round series games to 5 because that's what it used to be. Up until I believe 2002 or 2003, the first round series in the NBA were only 5 games. So that means, first team to 3. So I actually did that. And this roster is on PC PC, available by a man named DMX133. And now, season number 1. We're going all the way to 2000. So how the hell will this start off? Team Michael and Team John to kick it off. You got Stockton, Barkley, Bird, Thomas, Pippen, Mike, Magic, Chris Mullin, Hakeem, and Karl Malone in the starters. Obviously, I mean, I think you see the common trend of everyone being a one-time all-star. Yeah, the roster is reset. You get it. Oh, Mike's not wasting no time. Jesus Christ. Even Scottie's up here, though. Michael Jordan, 38, 7, and 5 a game with 3 steals and 2. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. He might do it all over again, huh? Imagine he just wins all 10. Tim Hardaway, Rookie of the Year. These won't be accurate every year, but at least to start off it is, so a shout to Tim. Just because 2K screws up the year's pro for... Look, man, don't blame me for not having everything intact when 2K's stupid. Bernard King, 6th Man of the Year. Mike, the DPOY as well, but that's not surprising. He's won a couple of those. And the most... Well, yeah, obviously, he had to get most improved because this is the first year of, like, everyone existing in this league. Chuck Daly, Coach of the Year. Not every coach is accurate in this league, but he is one of, like, 2. I think it's him and, what's his name? Pat Riley, yeah. Jordan, Isaiah, Larry, Malone, and Hakeem on the first team. Stockton, Magic, Tarpley, Barkley, and Ewing on the second team. I've done a couple of videos with this roster, and, you know, good old Roy decides to do some stuff. I don't know who the hell he is, but he must have been decent. Tim Hardaway, Mark Price, Dominique, Scottie, and David Robinson on the third team. Here's a defensive team. Shout out to Vlade. This is incredible. John Starks is on the team with no players. He didn't average many points. He shot 34%, but he averaged 10 rebounds. And now the playoffs. Phoenix and Detroit are the first seeds. Mike's team is the 8th seed. Granted, it still took one more year until he won his first ring, but we'll see what happens. This year, the Pistons were on a par to a repeat, so they might do that again in the game. Ah, yes, the Raptors 1 win. Yep, Grizzlies 6 wins. Yeah, okay, great. Let's see some surprises, all right? Utah missed the playoffs. Hakeem Olajuwon missed the playoffs. Oh no, Muggsy Bogues missed the playoffs. I never would have thought. Aside from that, yeah, nothing too crazy actually. League leaders in points: Mike, Malone, Dominique, Alex English, and Del Curry. Rebounds: Roy Tarpley, Hakeem, Barkley, Kemp, and Robinson. Assists: Stockton, Pooh, Tim Hardaway, Gary Grant, and Muggsy Bogues. Steals was Starks, and blocks was Hakeem with 4. I mean, he was like, you know, the all-time blocks leader. And Mark Price in 3-point percentage. Now for the playoffs. Yes, our 5-game first round. Let's see what the hell happens. So Warriors are out of here. Deuces to Run TMC. Michael Jordan out of here to the Pistons. Clippers, I'm more surprised he made the playoffs. Deuces Reggie, Deuces Pat, and deuces to Mark Price. Oh, and I didn't even realize the Lakers still alive. Oh, there goes Magic. And lastly, Fat Lever. So here the hell goes the second round. No big surprises just yet, right? I mean, yeah, Roy Tarpley made it. Charles Barkley versus the Pistons. Everything seems to be so far so good. Bird versus Dominique. Didn't Dominique, I mean, Bird dropped 60 on Dominique once. Yeah. Second round, and David Robinson, deuces. You're still young, though. Bird beats out Dominique in a 7-game series. It looks like all these are 7. Jesus Christ. As the Mavericks beat the Suns by 3 in their 7th game, thanks to, I don't know, Walter Davis. The Celtics all-around effort just beats out Dominique Wilkins' 31 points. And now for the last series, the 76ers eliminated to the Pistons. Yeah, I mean, they were the best team in the league. And now we have Portland versus Dallas and Detroit versus Boston, which might as well, I don't think either of these teams in the West are going to win it, so it might as well just be considered this as the finals. But in fairness, Portland did make the finals the next year, so actually they might win it actually if they do make it. So the Celtics are out of here in 6 games, and the Portland Trailblazers are out of here. Our first playoff basketball, and it results in a Dallas Mavericks versus Detroit Pistons finals. Not gonna lie, I just saw Dirk on the side and I got excited thinking he was in here, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's still got like 8 more years until he's in the league. Nonetheless, Detroit going for their repeat. Now will they get it over Sam Perkins? Bill Laimbeer just got a repeat. They have 6 seconds left and could tie the game. Let's just screw it. Let's see it. It's already game 1 and we already got a gameplay to view. Detroit with the ball down by, oh wait, I have the crowd noise off from that video I did. Great, yeah, sorry for the NBA bubble video noise. 6 seconds left. Detroit ball. Here we go into Isaiah Thomas. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Thomas going right. Thomas pull up midi is off. That was actually a really good look for not having a lot of time left, but Dallas takes the first game. Good defensive group and they're coming out on top. Stats are looking pretty 1990-ish. Oh my God, Isaiah 7 for 24. Stop. The second game in convincing, not really convincing actually, and you know what I mean when I look back at it, but yeah, they won. The Pistons, that is. Dennis Rodman close shot made in the clutch. Oh yeah, I gotta watch this. Dallas with the ball up by 1. Alfred with the ball. Alfred screened by oh wait, is that Tarpley, whatever his name is? Okay, out to Blackman. Blackman for 3 is off. Rebounded by Rasmussen? Sure, whatever. Gray with the ball. Gray gets a screen. Gray pull up 3 is off. Rebounded by Rodman. Rodman out to Aguirre. Whoa. This basically defines Dennis Rodman's career. Despite basically no no height advantage over Derek Harper. He just snags it away from him. Gray with the ball, 11 seconds left. Gray going right down to Rodman. Rodman's shot is off and he's going to the line. Oh God, the ugly Dennis Rodman free throw is coming. Dennis Rodman, the first free throw is good. Officially tied, and for the lead, Dennis Rodman, it is off, rebounded by Christopher. To clarify, yeah, Isaiah Thomas is fouled out. Hey, just subbing Stan Kimbrough, my guy who just taking his selfie. Reggie Williams passed it into Blackman. Blackman is going to, I don't even know, 2 seconds left. Blackman pulls up from half court and it is good. Blackman, the game winner from half court. Oh God, this simulation is going to be insane. What the hell are we getting into? Ronaldo Blackman dribbled the clock all the way out and took that signature Paul George shot from the logo, which doesn't exist yet technically, and he made it. Contested. You deserve to hush the crowd, my guy. You might be beating the Pistons now. I mean, you're up 2-1. My God. The best part is that was his first 3 of the game. Joe Dumars, 26-9. And the Mavericks take yet another game. Roy Tarpley, 27-13. I just looked it up. That's actually weird. I've never heard of Roy Tarpley before, but he was actually really, really good. That's why his overall so high. And then he got suspended for substance abuse. Well, game 5, I believe. The Mavericks are up 3-1, and yeah, the Pistons take 1. Game 6, Detroit has been relentlessly trying to fight back into it, but it looks like the Dallas Mavericks are going to win the first championships of the did I say championships plural? Yeah, great. Of the 1990s decade. James Donaldson happy. Isaiah Thomas tried with 27-15, but yeah, Roy Tarpley finals MVP, 20-13 a game. You know, Mike had to be at the top in playoff points per game, but Dominique's actually up here too, and he played longer. Caldwell Jones retired, and now the NBA draft, including Gary Payton, Derek Coleman, and Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. But first, the draft lottery. And well, here the hell we go. You see the odds. The Toronto Raptors, Grizzlies, Sonics, Magic, and Pelicans lead the top 5. I wish there was a better way to try and get rid of those, like, you know, kind of trash teams, but hey, whatever. If they build themselves up, then kudos to them. I don't think I've ever said the word kudos before. In the 2020 NBA draft, the first overall pick, the Raptors select Derek Coleman from Syracuse. The grit and grind Memphis Grizzlies, but 20 years before the era, select Jacob. I was getting ready for them to select Gary Payton, but no, of course they have to ruin my whole spiel. Seattle Supersonics. Oh, he still went there. 15 assists per game last season, Gary Payton. History repeats itself, and that's just how it goes, you know? Mahmoud went to the Magic. Here's the rest of the draft in case you were interested. Oh, hey, Kendall Gill, how you doing? So, I mean, we know what important duo that forms. You know, the Supersonics. Yeah, you know, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, the duo that you get it. Great, incredible. And now for free agency. John Stockton and Karl Malone are both here. They could both leave if, I don't know, that's what they feel like doing. So, John Stockton leaves for the 76ers to go join Charles Barkley. Reggie Miller to the Heat. Karl Malone to the Rockets to join Hakeem. Yes, Karl Malone and Hakeem Olajuwon. Defensive god Ron Harper and a reigning champion now, right? Oh no, he's on Cleveland. Okay, great. Right, I'm thinking of Derek Harper, of course. Kevin McHale's too loyal to the Celtics. So yeah, that's realistic. Big body John Williams to the Spurs, and anybody else? Hey, Muggsy Bogues to the Nets. Oh, and Kareem went to the Sonics. So wait, he just joined the whole Gary Payton, you know, Sean Kemp young thing. How is he still? The man is 43 years old. Then again, Vince Carter just kind of did that. All right, so here's the reigning champs in case you're interested. Bill Lambier's old. The top rated players in the league are Mike, Stockton, Barkley, Mark Price, Magic Johnson, Hakeem, Scottie, Reggie, Karl Malone, Terry Porter, etc., etc. Season number 2, 1990-91. The year that Mike is supposed to win his first out of the next 3 rings, but we'll see how that works out. They do have a man by the name of Michael Adams now, who is actually an 83 overall. That's pretty good. They actually did pretty well in free agency. So yeah, they should hopefully, I don't know, Mike, do what you got to do. But yeah, Kareem and Hakeem, 91 overalls paired together, and then 92 Barkley and 96 Stockton. Yeah, that should be pretty wild. Honestly, yeah, they're my finals pick. I'm gonna take them. Forgot to show the power rankings at the beginning, but here's the power rankings a couple weeks into the season. Portland still dominating. Team Michael and Team Magic. Magic, Stockton, Ewing, Malone, Worthy, Jordan, Olajuwon, Porter, Wilkins, and Barkley on the All-Star starters. Tom Chambers, one-time All-Star. Clyde Drexler, one-time All-Star. Well, you know what I mean. Obviously, yeah, you get it. Have any insane trades happened yet? Yes, Thurl for Trent. The most valuable player, Mark Price, 22-14 a game with 2 steals and 0 blocks, an astounding 0. I mean, what did you expect? He kind of looks like Macaulay Culkin. I wasn't gonna announce the rookie of the year because, like, you know what I mean, he wasn't supposed to exist. But shout out to Jacob Powers for now carrying the Grizzlies. I guess it's fitting that an auto-generated player went to the team that doesn't exist. Al Alex English, 6th man of the year. Michael Jordan, still the DPOY. I was about to say he never did this in my last video with the 90s roster, but my last videos with the 90s roster was the Michael Jordan didn't exist video. So yeah. Andrew Lang, John Beeline, coach of the year. I'm assuming you're probably still coaching the Cavs, right? Yeah, because Mark Price. Jordan, Coleman. Wow, wait, whoa. Oh, right. Yeah, right. You're on the Raptors. Okay, got it. Dominique, David Robinson on the first team, followed by Magic, Stockton, Bird, Pippen, and Ewing on the second, and then Hardaway, Porter, Tarpley, Malone, and Olajuwon on the third. The two teammates over here in Houston who seemingly fit well together. And if they were like one of those teams that didn't make the playoffs, yeah, I'm gonna be surprised. Here's the defensive teams. John Salad. Cleveland and San Antonio, the first seeds in the conference. Any surprises? Reggie Miller's Heat missed the playoffs. And yeah, by the way, hopefully we never get into a game of Reggie Miller because his face scan, as you can see, just look right there. It is hideous. But nonetheless, at least he's in the game. Will with 1L. Hornets might as well just be a team that doesn't exist because this team is awful. Ah, yes, Toronto Raptors starting point guard Michael Jackson. Guess he took a career change. The Kings literally exist and they're worse than the Pelicans. Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, where's Kareem? Oh yeah, there he goes. Yeah, they're still not good enough. And of course, Utah was left in the dust as they only signed Steve Kerr to make up for losing John Stockton and Karl Malone. So that's very painful. But yeah, that's our surprises, or kind of surprises. I was just kind of making fun of some teams. Season stats: Dominique, Jordan, Bernard King, Jacob Powers, and Patrick Ewing in points. Tarpley, Robinson, Kemp, Coleman, and Olajuwon in rebounds. Assists: Stockton with 17 a game. Jesus Christ. He's almost 4 up on Mark Price. Terry Porter, Tim Hardaway, and Gary Grant round off that list. Pippen in steals and Robinson in blocks. Michael Jordan in 3-point percentage. Jesus Christ. Well, I guess he doesn't shoot a lot of them, but yeah, I mean, he still shoots 3 a game. Yeah, he bugged out this season, but they're the 4th seed against the Knicks. So here goes the first round. Deuces to the Blazers, who went to the conference finals last year. Same with Larry Bird Celtics. Clippers, yeah, we don't expect much yet. The Detroit Pistons are not going to have any chance of regaining their whatever the hell. Orlando Magic, yeah, you got to get Shaq in a couple years. Don't worry, just wait it out. The Knicks lose to the Bulls. I have zero recollection of who's on the Suns, but yeah, sure, they got beat out. Oh, you're right, Kevin Johnson and them, yeah, great. And Magic Johnson's out of here. Here's your second round. Nothing too crazy yet, at least I don't think so. Yeah, no, nothing really. Kind of the expected teams, including the reigning champions still alive. To further detail it though, Michael Jordan versus Mark Price, Barkley and Stockton versus Dominique, Hakeem and Malone versus Run TMC. Unless they lost one of them, but I don't think they did. And then David Robinson versus the reigning champions. Run TMC is out of here. Philadelphia loses in 7 games to Dominique Wilkins. That was my pick for the finals, and they had like one of the best records in the league. San Antonio loses to the reigning champions in 7, and then Michael Jordan loses in 7 to the Cavaliers. Mark Price 38, 7, 13, and 6 steals to beat out Jordan's 34, 6, 5, and 4. Scottie Pippen with the most Scottie Pippen stat line ever. And now we have Karl Malone and Hakeem trying to get their first ring. Basically, Karl Malone is just his Ralph Sampson replacement. Seems fair enough to me. And then Mark Price versus Dominique Wilkins, who just went God mode, I would assume, to beat out this team over here. I mean, yeah. The reigning champs are out of here to Karl Malone and Hakeem. And in the East, the Atlanta Hawks are out of here to the MVP. So, yeah, this is a pretty stacked matchup. Mark Price, John Williams, and Craig Elo versus a pretty awful backcourt in Houston, or even the small forward included, and the god tier front court, which I would really like to see in action. You know, can we like get like a game of that, please? The first game, screw it, what a sight to see. 2 minutes left and we can hop in. Ferry out to Price. I believe he's guarded by D Brown right now. Ferry going around, I mean not Ferry, Mark Price going around out to Baldwin. Baldwin 3 is off, rebounded by Olajuwon. Olajuwon up to D Brown. Brown over to Malone. Malone layup is green. 4-point lead for Houston. They could potentially get their, I would assume, their first ring 4 years early, right? 4? Actually, I think it's only 3. Mark Price going to the basket. He stopped by nobody, but okay, enough Thorpe defense was there. Brown bringing up the ball. He's going to get the screen from Karl Malone. Malone going to the basket. He is open for the wide open layup. Price over to Baldwin. Baldwin going baseline. He steps back out. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Baldwin out to Price again. Price getting the screen. Price going right. Price pull up mid-range shot is good. The most valuable player, not letting up easy. He's got 26 in 44 minutes. Brown gets the screen. Brown down to Malone. Malone, another easy bucket for Karl Malone. As an avid Hakeem fan and someone who's a normal human being, and well, you know, Karl Malone, it's a very wow, okay, open 3 is off. 3 is yeah, great. Yep, this one's over. You get where I was going there with the Karl Malone point. Kind of conflicted. Rockets take game 1, but game 2 in Cleveland is going to go back over to the Cavs thanks to Craig Elo's, oh my, wait, forget Craig, sorry Craig, 21 and 21 by Mark Price. Shout out to Savage. I know that was corny, but like that's why I like whispered it, like almost like I didn't want to say it, but I still didn't. I'm leaving the video. Screw it. Rockets take another game up 2-1. Yeah, thanks to Hakeem, and I guess who is this? Gary Outlaw. Nice. Game 4. Rockets up 2-1. The Cavs are not letting off easy. Yeah, they win by 3 points. 2-2 series. Game 5, the most important game thus far of the whole season. And the Rockets take this one in kind of convincing fashion. 13-point win led by Karl Malone's 40, despite some good performances over here by the white backcourt. Just one more game from Houston, and they got it in the bag. Yup. Greg Elo, I know you're a god, but yeah, same with you, everybody, basically. But wow, Jesus Christ, you just green that? Look, I don't care. They're not even gonna foul. The Houston Rockets win the 1991 NBA Finals 4-2. The first ever year of Karl Malone in Houston, and he wins the first ring that he would have never won in his regular career. Hakeem Olajuwon, the Finals MVP. Otis invented swag. At least is what Jay-Z told me. Hakeem Olajuwon, 33 and 12 with 5 blocks to close it out, while Mark Price tried. Yeah, I mean, he didn't really ever fall off in this series. Hakeem Olajuwon, 22 points and 11 rebounds per game and 3 blocks, because I mean, they kind of always have to acknowledge that point. Dominique and Mike tied in leading the playoffs in points. 1991 concludes. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar retired. Mike Dunleavy Sr. retired. Sugai Karimoglu retired. And for this lottery, because I just kind of skipped through it without even looking at the odds, the Grizzlies, Pelicans, Raptors, Jazz, and Kings are top 5. The players itself, we got Larry Johnson, aka pre-Zion Zion. And yeah, kind of a more relevant draft. That's really it, honestly. I don't really care about anybody else here. Hey, Kenny Anderson. For the draft, of course, Grizzlies pick Larry Johnson first. Steve Smith goes to the Magic. Wait, I believe that happened in real life too. Maybe it was the Hawks. I don't know. We played for a lot of teams, honestly. Oh, Dikembe Mutombo is here. Yeah, he went 23rd to the Mavericks. I didn't even realize that. Wait, so he just joined that team? My God, this team's gonna be insane. Yeah, they needed it too, because James Johnson's old as all hell. For this year's free agency, you got Mark Price, who just went to the finals. Scottie Pippen, Jeff Hornacek, Patrick Ewing, James Worthy, Roy Tarpley, yada yada yada. Actually, Clyde Drexler and Tim Hardaway pretty big too. What would be kind of cool is if Pippen left to go to a team by himself and someone else joined Jordan. That'd be kind of funny. But hey, I can't predict these things. So, oh my God. Now look, we get it. Mark Price went to the Pacers. Great, right? But that's not what I'm looking at. Scottie Pippen has went to the Pistons. Jeff Hornacek joins John Stockton and Charles Barkley, who I believe he was teammates with both of them in real life. I don't know. James Worthy to the Heat. Patrick Ewing loyal to the Knicks. Roy Tarpley also loyal to the Mavericks. He won a ring there. Clyde Drexler to the Lakers to join Magic. Tim Hardaway to the Grizzlies. Mitch Richmond to the Bucks. All right, yeah, we get the gist of it. Oh, and Dennis Rodman to the Supersonics. Well then, Indiana gets their MVP candidate, and Scottie Pippen has left Mike to go to their biggest rival. Price. Martito said, I wonder if Click is recording. Yeah, wait, how did he know? Shout out to the Twitch chat, man. We hit like 10K files in there not too long ago. So shall Scottie Pippen be able to carry his own team in his prime? Well, alongside, I mean, they got a big 3. They got a real big 3. And now Michael Jordan alone with John Paxson. Jordan, Stockton, Barkley, Olajuwon, Reggie, Mark Price, and so on and so forth are the best players in the league. Season number 3, 1991-92. Oh my God. The Chicago Bulls coach is Jacob Underwood. I swear I did not do this. Oh, Mike, you may not have teammates, but at least you got the God himself. This year's power rankings, wow, the Bulls are still second after the 76ers, followed by the Mavericks, Pistons, Trailblazers. That's the Underwood effect. Here the hell we go. Team Mike and Hakeem, followed by David Robinson, Reggie, Derek Harper, Charles Barkley, Scottie, Terry Porter, Patrick Ewing, and Chris Mullin in the starters. Derek Coleman, one-time All-Star. Craig Elo, one-time All-Star. Patrick Ewing is number 1 in the MVP race. Well, that's interesting. Patrick Ewing, the most valuable player with 32 and 11 a game and 3 blocks. Happiness ensues for my inner Knicks fan, but yeah, shout out to Patrick. Larry Nance, 6th man of the year. Shout out to his son. I don't know, for no reason at all. Michael Jordan, DPOY, back-to-back-to-back. Maybe even back-to-back-to-back. I don't know. I don't remember the 1989 season. Cliff Robinson, most improved player. David Fizdale, the coach. Jesus Christ, get me out of... Well, actually, I guess it's because Ewing. Oh, wow. The Knicks were probably the best team in the conference. Michael Jordan, Derek Harper, Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, and Patrick Ewing on the first team. We got to look at this guy right here. 17, 7, and 6 a game. Okay, great. Through the roof numbers and fantastic. Porter, Johnson, Bird, another Johnson, and Hakeem Olajuwon on the second team. Gary Payton, Craig Elo, Chuck Person, Karl Malone, and David Robinson on the third team. Nate McMillan, all defensive first team with some more guys. There goes the teams, both of them right there. Doc Rivers looks like a beaver in that photo. And now the playoffs. The Knicks and Dallas are the first seeds in their respective conferences. Chicago's still able to do these type of numbers with Scottie gone. Is Mike better without Scottie? Reggie Miller was close as hell alongside James Worthy, but I didn't even realize this dude Lewis for him. But yeah, they missed the playoffs. Magic, I told you to wait for Shaq, my guys. Now you're going to ruin your odds, which might be in another year. I can't remember if it was 92 or 93. I think it was 92, actually. Yup, you guys sold. Atlanta falls far out of the playoff race despite Dominique Wilkins being God. I mean, yeah, this team is god-awful. Utah still sucks. Portland, sorry. Yeah, oh, wait, you lost Clyde, right? He went to the Lakers, who were the 8th seed, with him and Magic. And yeah, that's your surprises that did not make the playoff. We'll see the rest as they either win or get eliminated. League leaders, Mike in points, followed by Ewing, Reggie, Rich Mitchman. Yes, that makes sense. And Dominique. Rebounds, Barkley, Olajuwon, Robinson, Kemp, and Ewing. Assists, Harry Porter, Derek Harper, Kevin Johnson, Gary Grant, and Doc Rivers. Steals, Jordan, and blocks, David Robinson, and Hakeem tied, kind of. Last year, Mike led the league in three-point percentage. This year, it doesn't even say like he's available to be like seen. It says not available. Shot 100 less attempts, so I guess that's the reason. Tim Legler, great job. And now for the playoffs. Deuce is Indiana. David Robinson's out of here. Phoenix is out of here. I mean, you did lose like Jeff Hornacek. Chicago is out of here. The second seed loses to Cleveland, who don't even have Mark Price anymore. I just realized that Indiana lost, and yeah, I mean, they have Mark Price. Bye, Larry. I have no clues on New Jersey. Houston is gone. Oh my, both second teams in both goodbye, Magic. But wait, hold on. Houston, Chicago both lost in the first round. Wow. This is our first year of some real upsets, because every other, like, look, one versus 4, but then 3 versus 7 on both conferences. So Clippers and Cleveland, what the hell were you guys pulling the strings with? You guys have Charles Smith. That is about it. And Spud Webb. While the Cavs, yeah, no Mark Price. So you just have, wow, you're literally just Craig Elo. It's literally just Craig Elo. Fantastic. Second round. Goodbye to Run TMC, I believe, is broken apart by the, maybe it's not, I don't remember. Oh yeah, Tim Hardaway into the Grizzlies. Clippers, thankfully, are not going that far. Cavaliers are also out of here to the Pistons, and the Knicks are out of here to the Philadelphia 76ers. Barkley, Stockton, and Hornacek versus Pippen, Dumars, and Isaiah. That's actually one hell of a matchup. No type of front or deep front court players, you know, power forward, center. And for the West, the former champion Mavericks versus the Seattle Supersonics, Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. Kareem's out of here though by now. So the Pistons are out of here to the Sixers. Barkley looking for his first ring, and Seattle, I believe, just blew a 3-1 lead to the Mavericks, of course. Yes, center Dikembe Mutombo versus Mike Jaminski. The big three in Philly versus the former champions, and Rolando Blackman, the former half-court shot guy, the half-court shot that was even crazier than Damian Lillard. The first game, it is going to Dallas in convincing fashion. The second game, over to Philadelphia, pretty kind of low scoring, not really. Okay, great job, Jeff Hornacek. Third game, Derek Harper 30-17 to lead his team to victory. They're up 2-1. But following that, tied game with 58 seconds left. Pass into Hollins. Hollins, I don't know who the hell this even is, honestly. Hollins going right. Hollins crossover. Hollins spin move, jump shot. He's like basically Ben Simmons. Great job. He kind of look, I mean, he has 25. He's kind of tall. He's dribbling. Hornacek all the way to the basket. Hornacek layup is good. Just goes right around the defense. They're trying to tie the series with 2-2. Hollins going right. Hollins is going to pass it up. No, he is not going to pass. Hollins, Jesus Christ. I'm assuming Barkley must have fouled out because he's not in the game. Stockton is getting double teamed. Over to Jaminski. Back out to Hornacek. Hornacek, 7 seconds left to potentially ice the game. Hornacek going right. Hornacek all the way to the basket. Tough shot, blocked. Hollins gets the block to make up for his offensive lapses. Down by 2, 4 seconds left. And we've seen what Dallas can do in this position. Here we go. The pass into Blackman. Blackman from, oh my, Blackman fading away. 3 is all. He almost did it again. That was an even better look, honestly, despite being fading. Barkley 22-20 to tie it 2-2. But the Mavericks come back and yep, they blow them out. Kinda, 12 points. Backs against the wall. Philadelphia needs a win to stay alive, but it is looking like the Dallas Mavericks are going to win their second championship of the decade. And I have no clue why the hell that man just shot that, but I'm assuming he's just getting nostalgia from hitting the half court a couple years ago. Yup, the year that Jordan was supposed to win his second and Dikembe gets one. Did he have one in his regular career? I don't believe so. Derek Harper, finals MVP. Yup, the big three of Philadelphia was beat down by, I don't know, the grit and grind Dallas Mavericks. Sure, that actually kind of applies to this team. Harper averaged 19 and 15 in the series. Clyde Drexler led the playoffs in scoring. I guess Magic was setting him up nicely. Walter Davis retired. Tree Rollins retired. Mike Woodson retired. Hey, look, it's my guy. Yes. If only he knew he'd soon become the greatest coach of all time. The Shaq draft lottery. Where the hell is Shaquille going? Let's just see. The Grizzlies. Yup, he is going to go team up with, I guess, who is that again? Tim Hardaway? And they actually, oh yeah, they got Tim Hardaway and Larry Johnson. Well then, they're about to have one hell of a squad. Once again, kudos to them. Fantastic word. I should use it more often. The first pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies will select Shaquille O'Neal from LSU. And for the rest of the draft, Alonzo Mourning goes second to the Pelicans, Christian Laettner to the Jazz. So he's got to save them from their Stockton and Malone drought. Latrell Sprewell to the Magic. Any second round steals in this draft? Let's see. Hubert Davis, of course. And for the 1992 free agency, yes, Charles Barkley. We've seen a trend of players that are making the finals and then leaving their teams. So you want to do the same, or are you going to stay put? Larry Bird's also still around and old. Not too stacked of a year though, but Barkley could just change the whole league right here. Maybe he'll just go to the Rockets. I don't know. Charles Barkley goes to the Boston Celtics to join Larry Bird, and Chuck Person stays with the Pacers. Pooh Richardson goes to join the God team, Houston Rockets team, which I mean, yeah, they needed a guard, so that works. Makes sense for him if he wants a ring. Yeah, I mean, I guess this Charles Barkley wanted to be in Boston or whatever. Hershey Hawkins will have to hold down the Charles Barkley role over here. The best players in the league are Jordan, Stockton, Barkley, Pippen, Olajuwon, Reggie, Porter, Malone, Harper, and yeah, that's about it for the 92s or above. Mike, we're waiting for you, my guy. You're supposed to be going on to your third ring this year, but yeah, nothing yet. 1992-93. Chicago is still the #1 seed or #1 in the power rankings in the league with a Scott Roth instead of Scottie Pippen. Just lost the I and the E. Barkley's team is up here, of course, the reigning champs once again. 76ers, Pistons. Yeah, I mean, pretty expected. And Houston should probably be #1, honestly, in my book. We'll see what they can do in the playoffs. Hakeem and Mike were the all-star captains, followed by Barkley, Derek Harper, Reggie Miller, Chris Mullin, Pippen, Robinson, Ewing, and Magic, and the all-star starters. Chris Morris, one-time all-star. Tim Hardaway, one-time all-star. Hakeem Olajuwon, the most valuable player. Not too much of a surprise. I believe he's like a year early to this, considering when he got it in real life. Larry Bird, 6th man of the year since Barkley took his starting role. Hakeem DPOY, stealing that from Mike. Is this like the mark of him stealing the decade from him as well? I don't know. Donnie Carlisle, most improved, and Brad Stevens, coach of the year. So Barkley must have done really well. Jordan, Hardaway, Morris, Pippen, and Olajuwon, all NBA first team. I've done a couple videos of this roster, so I know that Chris Morris is pretty good at the whole basketball thing, but yeah, here he is. Second team, Drexler, Elo, Barkley, Kemp, and Ewing. Third team, Johnson, Harper, Person. Yes, Person, Chuck Person. Karl Malone and David Robinson. It honestly just sounded weird to say Person. The defensive teams, as expected, you could see these two. Yeah, I mean, this first one is pretty elite. And now for the playoffs. Boston and Seattle are the 1 seeds in both conferences. So for the surprises at not being good at basketball, Detroit Pistons, Scottie Pippen, Isaiah Joe Dumars, they sold. Dominique Wilkins, once again, a bad playoff year. Or you know what the hell I mean. You know what? If Memphis going to exist and they got Shaq and all that stuff, at least let's make him in Vancouver. Sounds good to me. Doesn't feel right having Memphis before Vancouver. But yeah, I was interested if they were going to make the playoffs, and they did. Congratulations to Shaq in his first year, right? Yeah, first year. Wait, why does it say year? Oh wait, right, because 2K stupid. Yeah, his first year. Aside from those teams, yeah, no real surprises anywhere. Points leaders were Ewing, Reggie Miller, Jordan, Morris, and Chambers. Rebounds, Olajuwon, Robinson, Kemp, Barkley, Ewing. Assists, Pooh Richardson, Nate Millen, Muggsy Bogues, Gary Grant, and Danny Young. Where the hell is John Stockton? What the hell? Oh, okay, you're here. I mean, I guess you have nobody to pass to anymore, right? Barkley left, yeah. Steals, Pippen, blocks, Olajuwon with 4. And now, deuces Mark Price, and never left whatever team you're on. The Chicago Bulls, once again, early round elimination. Michael Jordan's out of here. To Milwaukee at that. Congrats to Utah for even making the playoffs. Clyde is gliding all the way the hell up out of here. I don't even know who the hell's on the Bullets, I forget. Shaq's Vancouver Grizzlies, newly renamed, are gone. Former MVP Patrick Ewing is out of here. And the Houston Rockets are out of here. They weren't the reigning. It was a couple years ago they won the ring, but yeah, they're still the God team. Hakeem shot 4 for 10 in game 5 and lost to Chris Mullin, and yeah, no more run TMC. They don't even got M or T. Just C. Now, Seattle versus Dallas is a pretty interestingly weird matchup. David Robinson versus Chris Mullin. Who the hell is on Milwaukee? No, not that game. Wrong game. Oh, I just accidentally simulated the round instead of playing. Jesus Christ, I'm smart. Yup, screw it the hell over with. Miami's out of here. Seattle's out of here. Milwaukee's out of here. And that leaves us with Boston and Cleveland, the 1 and the 2 seed. Somehow, some way in hell, the Cavs are the 2 seed. Thanks to the god Craig Elo, I guess. And yeah, Chris Mullin. Actually, he doesn't have a bad team at all. Okay, great. Yeah, versus the Mavericks, the reigning champs. And well, the result of this, Golden State is out of here to the reigning champs, and the Cavaliers are out of here to the Celtics. Charles Barkley showing his dominance as he makes it to the finals, despite, well, not really despite anything. They have a great team, actually. Moses Malone's even in here in his older days. So, not much to say here. I mean, you know who the hell the Celtics are, plus Charles Barkley and Larry Bird off the bench. And yeah, the Mavericks are reigning champions. They can win their 3rd here. How many times have I said Mavericks reigning? I don't know. I don't really care. The Celtics win the first by nearly 30, thanks to Barkley and Moses Malone. But I think, actually, that's a good chemistry, because Barkley, I think, said Moses Malone was like the reason he, I don't know, did a lot of stuff good in his career. Barkley, once once again dominates alongside Larry Bird as you know, well, the other team just couldn't keep up. As yeah, we're up to, well, not where, but I would say I'm rooting for the Celtics. I don't want no three championships already. And plus, I like Barkley. I want Barkley to get his first real quick. Firth. Here the hell we go. Looks kind of cool in the Celtics jersey, honestly. Barkley going left. Barkley spin move. Barkley going all the way. He passes down to Malone. Malone layup is off. Rebounded by Mutombo. Of course, his defense stopped that. 40 seconds left. Oh, Larry Bird. Steal by Bird. Down to Malone. Malone, the dunk is good. Mutombo was in no position to stop that one. Now that I think of it, after that play, literally every other steal in Larry Bird's career had to be called like that because that was way too iconic of a play in his actual career. Then again, it would have still happened this time around. Blackman with the ball. Blackman pull-up mid-range shot is good. That's got to be one of the clutchest players of all time now. Carney with the ball. Screen by Bird. Bird is going to get the ball at the top of, well, not really the top of the key. Another screen by McHale. Bird going left. Bird drops the ball. Weber on the break. Weber with no one to stop him. Bird fouls. The Celtics have no timeouts. They could have either let it go to OT or taken a final shot, and Bird dropped it. The steal by Carney. And the first free throw was good, and the second free throw is off. Rebounded by Malone. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. 1. Bird from half court. It is off. Dallas wins by 1 point. They're going to have to start calling it the steal by Weber instead of the steal by Bird now. He saves the game for the Mavericks, and Bird's old self was too slow to catch up and chase him down like LeBron in Game 7. Chris Morris, 28. Larry Bird, 28. Barkley, 24, 10, and 7 on 9 for 12. Yeah, this man's a god. Celtics up 2-1, and the Mavericks tie it 2-2 despite Barkley's 32 and 20. But the Celtics said, give us one more of these game things. Yeah, Larry Bird said 35 points. He's not going out easy. These might be one of his last years. Charles Barkley and the Boston Celtics will their way to another championship as he comes over to Boston and helps Larry Bird get his 4th, which I would assume is also McHale's 4th and everybody else that's here, or not really, but yeah. Charles Barkley, we're not surprised here. That's the Finals MVP. 37 and 11 from Barkley to close the deal. 28 and 12 in the series. Reggie Miller led with 36 points per game in the playoffs, and yeah, he got bounced in round 2. Honestly, I'd say that team's kind of a sleeper right now. Him and James, where actually James might be kind of old now. Yeah, 31's not that old. Moses Malone retired on a good note, and Robert Parrish got to be sick right now. If he would have just stood here, could have had another one. Literally just left. Kurt Rambis retired. This year we got Chris Webber and Penny. Well, for the lottery, the Pelicans still suck, so they've been one of the non-successful, and the Raptors still suck. Okay, yeah, great. But the Sixers also suck? What? Okay, I guess so. Yeah, the Kings won the lottery. Sacramento could draft Chris Webber a couple years earlier when they actually got him in real life, and they do draft Chris Webber. Penny Hardaway goes to the Hornets. Jamal Mashburn to the Magic. Oh, that's their Shaq replacement. Van Exel to the Bullets, and yeah, Allen Houston to the Pacers. Big body George Murison to the Mavericks. Him and Dikembe gonna be playing at the same time. Oh god. Hey, it's Taylor Underwood. And Michael Jordan is a free agent. Oh my, forget Mikey, but well, obviously don't forget Mike. Please don't forget him. But then considering how his careers went thus far, you might forget him. Stockton, Olajuwon, Reggie Miller. Yeah. Okay, great. Even Craig Elo's here. And for this free agency pool, Michael Jordan has went to South Beach. Yes, he did the same exact thing as LeBron. John Stockton leaves the 76ers where Barkley abandoned him for the Nuggets. Hakeem Olajuwon leaves Karl Malone and his former championship team for the Warriors, where I would assume Chris Malone still is, unless he left here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Reggie Miller joins Charles Barkley in Boston. Oh yeah, it might be over the league. Oh my god. Dominique joins Clyde and Magic in LA. That's another wild big three. Craig Elo's too loyal to the soil. Same with Dumars, same with Kemp. Yeah, the rest of it seems to be pretty intact. The Celtics now have Reggie Miller and Barkley along with McHale and Old Bird. Michael Jordan joins his former college teammate James Worthy in Miami, replacing Reggie Miller. The Hornets still suck, but at least they got Penny now. Magic Johnson, Dominique Wilkins, and Clyde Drexler all together. John Stockton and Charles Oakley on the Nuggets. Now the Rockets going to be led single-handedly by Karl Malone. And yep, Hakeem Olajuwon, even though we left Karl, now he's got a 91 overall small forward in Chris Malone and Byron Scott even. And the Sixers are down bad. Hey, at least they picked Robert Horry in the draft last year. Wow, he was a second-round pick. 1993-94. So now Mike is in Miami, so the Bulls can't even be up here, but the Mavericks are number 1 still in the power rankings. Unsurprisingly, honestly, they have a really good all 80-plus starting lineup, and the lowest overall is Dikembe, for Christ's sake. Boston, yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with this team. For God's sake, they got Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, and Kevin McHale. We've already addressed the horrible Reggie Miller face game. We'll get used to it. And again, he shouldn't even be in the game regardless, so hey, we'll take it. Hakeem and Chris Mullen coming at the third spot, and then followed by the Nuggets. Who was on the... Oh, yeah, Stockton. Right. And then the Pistons. Mike and Hakeem and Mike. Barkley, Robinson, Porter, Elo, Pippen, Stockton, Ewing, and Malone join him in the starters. We live in a world where Craig Elo gets picked before Karl Malone in the All-Star game. Chris Webber already an All-Star. Any stupid trades happening? Rick Fox for a second-round pick. And Otis Marcus Thorpe for a second-round pick, the former god of that video I did. What video was that again? I don't know. If you're an OG, you remember. Hakeem Olajuwon, most valuable player. Once again, I believe this matches real life. So yeah, that works. I believe this was the year that Jordan left. Right after this, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, no, it was during this. But nonetheless, now he's in Miami. Hakeem DPOY, Eldon Burton, 6th man of the year. Pedro, most improved. Steve Kerr, coach of the year. Oh yeah, right. That's Hakeem's coach. Incredible. Yeah. Jordan, Hardaway, Weber, Barkley, and Olajuwon on the first team. No, that's Tim Hardaway, not Penny. Elo, Harper, Malone, Pippen, and Robinson on the second. Porter, Johnson, Morris. Why do they call him Johnson, not Magic? I don't know. Baker and Ewing on the third. The defensive teams. And now, Boston and Golden State, the 1 seeds in each conference. They tied with 61 wins because I kind of just saw that. The Clippers still kind of suck, so they're not in the playoffs. Muggsy Bogues couldn't lead his team to the playoffs. Yeah, of course the Bulls are down bad since, you know, they kind of just lost Mike. Yeah, nothing too actually, wait, this is kind of surprising. Yeah, Patrick Ewing's team couldn't make it despite him being the MVP a couple years ago. But then again, the team kind of sucks based off first look. Jordan, Wilkins, Malone, Ewing, and Robinson led in points. Robinson, Barkley, Olajuwon, Kemp, and Ross in rebounds. Hardaway, Harper, Stockton, McMillan, and Porter in assists. Jordan in steals, and Mourning in blocks with 4. Although there's like 4. Yeah, there's 4 guys averaging over 3 blocks. Oh, I'm just killing you. Jack Diesel. Terry looks real jubilant in this photo, knowing he leads the league in 3-point percentage. First round, loses to Sean Kemp and the Jazz, who once again surprised he made the playoffs, but congrats. New Jersey's out of here. Still don't know who's on your team. Same with Milwaukee, honestly. Well, maybe, should I know? I don't know. I forget. Mark Price is out. Shaq is out. Houston, wow, I'm really surprised you made the playoffs. Yeah, well, actually, no, you have Malone. Never mind. Yeah, you just suck. And Orlando's out of here. So now, Barkley and Miller versus the Pistons. Yeah, Celtics versus Pistons is always one hell of a matchup. Well, you know, that kind of includes Pippen, too. Michael Jordan makes it the second round against the Cavaliers, but he lost against him a couple years ago, even with just Craig Elo. Rodman versus Hakeem and Mullen, but he's kind of out. You got Ron Harper. He's good, too. Actually, pretty even. I know this actually pretty incredibly well-rounded Lakers team versus, well, now, not the former champ. Well, yeah, the former champs, exactly. David Robinson gets 4-0 swept by Hakeem. Dallas is out of here to the Lakers' big 3. Michael Jordan once again beat down by Craig Elo, which is wild because I believe he had the game winner over him once. And the Pistons out of here to the Celtics. I believe they just blew like a 3-1 lead, so that's something. Now it's the Reggie Miller, Barkley, and yeah, I guess you can include Kevin McHale too. That trio against Craig Elo. No way in hell he makes it out of that one, right? And Chris Mullen and Olajuwon versus the Lakers' big 3. This is a really crazy matchup. So the Cavaliers lose in 7 games. And I actually just stopped this one on the other side too. I'm tempted. Yeah, I'm watching it. Screw it. If this is close, I'm jumping in. Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. The Warriors come out on top. Hakeem Olajuwon and Chris Mullen beat out the big 3. So Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, and Kevin McHale versus Hakeem Olajuwon versus 73 overall Lawrence Russell and Chris Mullen. This is probably the most stacked finals matchup yet, unless I'm having short-term memory loss. This is pretty wild. And with that being said, game 1 convincingly goes to Hakeem Olajuwon's Warriors, but game 2 is going to go to the Celtics thanks to Reggie Miller's 53, and it was bound to happen. Here we go. Hakeem passing in the ball. Olajuwon into Mullen, out to Scott. Rivers gets the screen from Scott, down to Hakeem in the post. Hakeem Olajuwon sizing up the defender. He's just putting the ball over his head. Hakeem jab step. Hakeem going left, right around him. Jeez, I've never seen more bullying. Here we go. Celtics point guard, I guess, just going to the basket. Blocked by Hakeem. And now Mullen on the break. Mullen going around Barkley. Mullen a little bit of room. He goes crossover to the basket. Step back. Does pump fakes it. Snow out to Rivers. Rivers getting the screen from Olajuwon. Rivers going all the way to the basket and fouled. Man who I called a beaver, Doc Rivers. The first one is good. And the second free throw is also good. I wonder if he had the raspy voice even back then. I think his name is Law. So wait, is he actually good? Is this point guard good? By the way, Reggie got 40. Oh, he's a 79. Okay, cool. By the way, yeah, this is Reggie. Let's just act like this isn't a thing, all right? Like I don't know why would you even create this? Law going to the basket. Law pull up mid-range is good. Yep, he's definitely good. Rivers with the ball. Hesitation. Screen coming from No, they're gonna wait a little. Screen from Olajuwon. Rivers dribbling the ball. No open lane just yet, but no, down to Olajuwon now. Olajuwon in the post. Olajuwon step back. Mid-range shot is off. Barkley rebound. They do not take the timeout. They're going all the way. It's rare you don't see him take the timeout. Barkley down to Russell. Russell, oh my God, Green. They decided to push the ball and it worked. And the man who made that was a 74 overall. Oh, but in fairness, it was over Doc Rivers. Barkley 21 on 9 for 15 shooting as the player of the game, and they got 2 seconds left. Olajuwon with the ball. He's passing it in. 2 seconds left into Scott. Scott, deep 3 is off. That was one of the best looks I have seen come out of a 2-second possession, especially from Byron Scott's a good shooter, and he bricks it. The Celtics take the series advantage. Actually, you know what? It doesn't. It like looks like Reggie, but it just, oh my God, it's hideous. this. He has like his like cheek structure. Is that weird? It's kind of weird. Oh boy. They didn't waste no time to get back into it. Law down to Mikhail. Mikhail wide open layup, wasting absolutely no time. Hakeem is not in the game. Where are you? No, he did not. What the hell? I saw the 6 offensive rebounds. Oh yeah, he's already subbing in. Jesus. Well, Doc Rivers, you want to hold it down? Yup. Carlos layup. His last name is Carlos. Look at Doc Rivers orchestrating. I mean, then again, that's exactly what you went on to do for like the next 20 years after your career. Okay, Mikhail is open for the layup, but they cut it off nicely. Double team. Oh, they cut it off nicely again. Snow with the steal. The Hakeem replacement. Hakeem replacement between the legs. Hakeem and one. What? The Hakeem replacement Law just went between the legs through the defense and got an N1. This man is a center. Sorry, I gave him the wrong name. This is him, Snow. But yeah, 22 points a game in the playoffs. He is pretty good. Wow. Hakeem's got a center that can dribble up the floor. Like, that's basically Lamar Odom. Snow, the free throw is green. And by the way, I also saw that he's a power forward, so they're going to stay in together. That man has definitely became the most iconic player of this video in that one play, at least to me. No, actually, I guess Rolando Blackman. Yup, he's a god. Oh my, what the hell was that? No. Stop the play. Stop. They said, oh yeah, we're passing the ball here. Just hand it to the Hakeem real quick. This man just wingspan the hell out of that. Rivers going to the basket. He looks like he's going to set up in the no, I don't know what the hell he's doing, honestly. Doc Rivers screened by Scott. We're going to pass it down to Hakeem in the post against Barkley. He gets double team. Hakeem still puts it up. He passes it down to Snow. Snow layup is off, but he gets fouled. That is his new Ralph Sampson. Once again, Snow, the greatest power forward of all time, I guess. Yeah, he hits the free throw. And the second is green. So this game is over. Yes, the Golden State Warriors tie up the series 2-2. Game 5, the bigger game of the series, like I always like to say, right? I say that every single video. Will you guys ever stop being in close games? But hey, I'm here for it. Like I said, this is the most packed lineup or lineups just yet. Doc Rivers free throws are, yeah, sure, good, whatever. Law with the ball, guarded by Rivers. Law screen by Mikhail. He passes it down to Mikhail. Mikhail layup is off, blocked, not even blocked, but it just completely intimidated by Hakeem. Oh my God, Doc Rivers. Whoa. They just try to go full Globetrotters with it in game 5 of the finals. Doc Rivers said, oh yeah, no, this isn't a good shot. I'm just gonna lob it up to you, and somehow this is off of Barkley. So yeah, sure. It's still Warriors ball even with that. That's incredible. Carlos the pass into Scott. Scott out to Mullen. Mullen, no type of screen. Mullen takes Barkley to the basket. He gets fouled. This man is pissed. Mullen the first is good, and Mullen the second is also good. Law with the ball. Law bringing it up. Hesitation. Law going left. He gets double teamed out to Mikhail. Mikhail back out to Russell. Out to Barkley. Barkley in the corner. Barkley all the way. Ties up the game. Yes, fake Reggie 38. Rivers with the potential to take the lead. Rivers going to the basket. He hesitates. Rivers going all the way. Layup around the defender. It is off. Rebounded by Hakeem. Hakeem another layup and one. Fouled by Russell and right over Barkley to take the lead. Hakeem setting up to have a GOAT-like career here as he hits the free throw. The pass into Barkley. Barkley not wasting no time in the post. They're down by 3. Down to Russell. Russell's gonna he pass it back out. Out to Miller. Reggie Miller for 3. Forces it and it's off. As Mullen hits the first free throw, the series lead will go to Golden State as we head back to I assume Boston, right? I forgot how series work. Sorry. No, we're gonna head to Kansas. Barkley, it's a little bit too late for that, my guy. I know you're getting fouled on 3s. Matter of fact, yeah, no, I'm not wasting my time on watching you miss free throws. How the hell did Hakeem manage to get fouled with 0.9 seconds left? And why would you even do that? Reggie and Hakeem battles. I can't even remember the last time I've seen a series this close before, but yep, it is happening. Doc Rivers down to Hakeem in the post. He's gonna put one more, just put the cherry on top, right? Yep, he gets fouled. The Golden State Warriors, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, will win their first championship since the Rick Barry days, as Hakeem gets his second on obviously second team as they celebrate on the Boston court. Imagine kneeling down on the logo that isn't even yours. Yeah, I feel it, whatever. Hakeem Olajuwon, finals MVP. Reggie put up another game with 39 points, but AC Snow 31-8 to close this one out. God himself, a legend made out of this video. I still can't believe he mixed the whole defense like that. Hakeem 32-14. Jordan led the playoffs in scoring again, but has not made it to the conference finals, I don't believe. Mo Cheeks retired. Ralph Sampson retired. Grant Hill and Jason Kidd coming into the league. Pelicans and Raptors still suck. So hey, I guess the Grizzlies broke the mold, but they're still awful. And the Sixers get the first pick, followed by the Clippers and Timberwolves. So Jason Kidd is going to the Sixers, filling up the John Stockton role, and while Grant Hill goes to the Clippers to fill up the literally nobody role. They've been awful this entire time. Danny Manning role, sure, we go with that. Terry Porter, Tim Hardaway, and David Robinson, free agents, and Magic Johnson. Terry's going to the Grizzlies to team up with Shaq, right? Yeah, Shaq. David Robinson joins Michael Jordan. Oh boy, Jordan, Robinson, and Worthy. Oh my God. Hardaway and Hornacek team up on the Jazz, which is where Jeff was supposed to end up anyways. Mullen stays with the reigning champions. Good sight to see. Magic stays with the Lakers, so he's gonna be a lifer there. McHale leaves the Celtics for the Grizzlies. And Isaiah left the Pistons for the Bulls. Oh my, you can't make this stuff up. Yep, this is the world we live in. The best players in the league are now Jordan, Stockton, Pippen, Barkley, Olajuwon, Miller, Porter, Robinson, Hardaway, and Malone. 1994-95. This is the year that the Magic and it was either the Magic and the Rockets or the Rockets and the Knicks. This year we got KG coming in. The Jazz stand atop the power ranking. I was actually just gonna make a joke saying they would maybe shock the league, but they really are atop the power ranking. Yep, highly doubt they win anything. This was the team I was really interested in. They got Larry Johnson, Shaq, Kevin McHale, and then Terry Porter. The Grizzlies are gonna be an issue. At the very least, they're in Vancouver, and they probably would have been integrated into the league like what, 2 years from now? Maybe already. I don't know. I didn't really got the Vancouver Grizzlies history down pat. Olajuwon, Pippen, Ewing, Elo, Drexler, Jordan, Barkley, Stockton, Malone, and Weber as the starters in the All-Star game. Ewing is back at #1 in the MVP race. Michael Jordan, most valuable player, 31, 7, and 6 a game with 3 steals and a block. Those Heat jerseys are pretty, yeah, they're pretty nice on Mike. It's actually ironic since his number got retired by the Heat, except that he didn't play for him at all. Hakeem, DPOY, Eldon, 6th man of the year, Lawrence, most improved, David Fizdale, coach of the year. I sounded very happy saying that, but it's because he's the coach of the Knicks. And Ewing must have done some. First team, Jordan, Drexler, Weber, Malone, and Ewing. Second team, Elo, Kidd, Baker, Morris, and Olajuwon. Third team, Porter, Blaylock, Kemp, Pippen, and O'Neal. Yes, Mookie Blaylock, All-NBA third team. Seems like a king. And he made all the defensive team at 6 foot. He's Chris Paul, basically. The Pistons and the Lakers are the top seeds in their individual conferences. Oh, yeah, David Fizdale left the Knicks for the Lakers. Got it. For the surprises, oh no, the Clippers missed the playoffs. What are we gonna do? Literally none in the West. Dwight Mayo couldn't lead the Blazers to anything better than the worst record. Dell Curry has been an 83 overall for the past 7 years. I guess the most surprising thing is that Isaiah Thomas's Bulls, well, he almost willed them into the playoffs. Shout out to him. Oh wait, no, I got another surprise. The Toronto Raptors, they made the playoffs after being awful for like every single year. Shout out to them, they're finally progressing. Ewing, Jordan, Richmond, Miller, and Wilkins in points. Olajuwon, Kemp, O'Neal, Mourning, and Barkley in rebounds. Bogues, Porter, Richardson, Johnson, and Grant in assists. Jordan in steals, followed by his old friend Pippen. Robinson and Ewing in blocks. So for the first round, Kings are out of here, Knicks are out of here, deuces to Washington, and Craig Elo. Karl Malone getting mailed to the sidelines. Mark Price is gone once again. He made a horrible decision going there, and Seattle's out of here. And one last team, Shaq's Vancouver Grizzlies. Okay, the second round, you got the Lakers Big Three versus the reigning champion Dallas Mavericks. Why did I say reigning like 6 times? I don't know. Hakeem versus David Robinson. Ah, yes, Detroit versus Boston is always a classic, and now they're both, well, kind of good. Isaiah left them though. Oh, wait, they were still the first seed with Isaiah gone? Yeah, okay, they got Tony Kukoc. They just flopped. Yes, they flopped. They swapped those 2 players, and Del Nichols replaced Isaiah. Sure, why the hell not? And then Michael Jordan versus Toronto. If you lose to the Raptors, Mike, it's wraps for you. Your legacy is over. Okay, he's gone. They're gone. Hakeem dominates David Robinson. The Mavericks are gone to the Lakers Big Three, and the Pistons are out of here. So Michael Jordan has finally made it to the conference finals. Oh, I was saying David Robinson was over on the Spurs for the entire time. They don't got no David Robinson. They got some bums and Robert Horry. Oh, I mean, Ron Harper's not a bum, but yeah, no, they don't got David Robinson. They definitely don't. A lot of stuff happened. Look, I completely forgot they got this man on Miami now with Wayman Tisdale. On the other side, yeah, Hakeem versus Vlade Divac, but they got the entire Big Three, and actually Vlade is kind of part of it as a Big Four. And while the Celtics are out of here, so Michael Jordan is finally making his first ever finals appearance in 1995, where he wouldn't have even been in the league this year. Or maybe he would have just came back and got bounced by the Magic, right? And Hakeem's Warriors are out of here to the Lakers. The Heat versus the Lakers rivalry, the battle of Pat Riley's confliction. Michael Jordan versus fake Michael Jordan, also known as Clyde Drexler, and James Worthy versus his former team. So just waste absolutely no time, huh? 48 seconds left, and it's close as hell. I think this video might be 3 hours long, and I don't care. Mike going right, he pulls it back out. Jordan step back, going left. Jordan around Magic, cradle dunk, Michael Jordan. Wilkins running the point. Wilkins bringing it up. Oh my God, he had mixed completely. Wilkins going to the basket. Dominique spin move. Dominique going to the basket. He hop steps. Dominique blocked. Jordan on the break. Jordan is gonna take it himself. They're up by 1 point. They got the advantage. Jordan getting double teamed. He's gonna pass over to Robinson after Strong. Strong, the screen set by Robinson. Robinson has the mismatch in the post. Down to Robinson. Robinson, they gotta trust him. No, they pass it out to Jordan. Jordan pull up mid-range shot is off. Rebound by Robinson, and that is more than likely gonna do it. Actually, well, no, maybe, yeah. Yeah, probably. Mike, the first free throw is good. Mike, the second free throw is also good. And Lakers got 1.1 second left to tie it up. Divock over the... Oh my God. He greened it. I don't know who this man is, but he goes by the name of Panescu or something of that nature. They gave him so much room for the easy pull-up corner. Green. The Lakers are likely going to win this game. There's 2.5 seconds left unless some sort of steal happens. Yeah, it's wraps. They had pretty solid control of this OT. Yup, it's officially over. Dominique Wilkins 43 points to Michael Jordan's 41 and David Robinson's 37. We are going to another game. But well, obviously, what the hell? It was game 1. Game 2. I can't even believe how close these games are. But yeah, the Lakers take yet another game for a 2-0 lead. Michael Jordan's first ever appearance is not looking too good. The Lakers are just bricking right now and getting their own rebound. So I'm just going to hope they made a shot. Okay, Mike, you want to do something? It's time, Mr. Jordan, on this Miami weird home court. Michael comes up to get the ball. They're going to pass it into him, I'm hoping, right? Yep, Michael Jordan with the ball. 2 seconds left. Jordan from half court, and it is all. You never know after that, Blackman shot. For the record, David Robinson fouled out of this game, so Mike is doing it by himself, and he couldn't do it by himself because he loses another game to the Lakers. Wayman Tisdale tried to carry him as Jordan only had 18 points. 3-0 lead for the Lakers. I believe the first 3-0 lead we've seen this entire video. The Heat are able to take a game in convincing fashion thanks to Jordan's 46, but at the end of the day, as Fat Lever dribbles out the ball, yes, Fat Lever, the Los Angeles Lakers win the 1995 NBA championship. Just like how Larry Bird got another ring before, well, his time was up. Magic Johnson got another one. I would assume this is his fifth or sixth. I don't know. Dominique won Finals MVP. David Robinson tried with 44 points, but yeah, it wasn't enough. Dominique averaged 32 and 6 a game in this final series on 10% three-point percentage. And Ewing led the playoffs in scoring. Mike's first ever appearance goes awry. Yes, I said awry. Kevin McHale retired. LaSalle Thompson retired. This year's draft lottery, well, the Trailblazers got the top odds because they lost Clyde and Terry Porter, right? The Pelicans, Hornets, Nuggets. Yeah. Great. And the Suns get the first pick. They will likely get themselves a Kevin, as with the first pick in the draft, the Phoenix Suns select Antonio McDyess. They said to hell with Kevin Garnett. He goes to the Pelicans, their first ever good basketball player. And for this year's free agency, Patrick Ewing and Scottie Pippen. Ewing already got 12 offers. And well, out of those offers, he decided to stay with the Knicks as Scottie Pippen joins the Grizzlies. This Vancouver team was already a top 5 team in the power rankings, and now they have Pippen along with Terry Porter and Shaq. But it does look like they lost Larry Johnson. Oh yeah, and Kevin McHale retired. Okay, that makes sense now for the money wise. Yeah, Larry Johnson went to the Nuggets. I believe that's where my guy, is he my guy? I don't really care. John Stockton's at. Mark Price is stupid. Mark Jackson teams up with Barkley. The entire Lakers big three is regressing despite just winning the ring. I mean, hey, they all got it on their last leg, so that works. 1995-96. So wait, if I'm only going 10 years as a decade, this is fourth to last year. And this year, yes, Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, Stephon Marbury, Kobe Bryant, so on and so forth. I'll just stop there for now. Okay, I couldn't stop. Steve Nash too. Utah once again. Yeah, no, you're not doing anything. You're the fluke team. You're going to be up here every single year and not doing anything, right? Boston got even better with the addition of Mark Jackson, and yeah, they're very good. Although Larry is long gone. I don't think he's retired yet, but he's just not here. Vancouver is probably my finals pick. Yeah, no, for some reason they're just... Wait, no, he just looks like that guy that was with Hakeem. Yeah, no, that's not him. Isaiah's Bulls are third in the power. Yeah, another fluke. Okay, great. Mike and Hakeem seems to be, like kind of the best players in the league, I guess, right? Ewing, Hardaway, Price, O'Neal, Barkley, Stockton, Robinson, and Webber join him on the, the starters. But I forget what the starters were called. I don't know. Vladimir Gurovich, one-time All-Star, and Jason Kidd, one-time All-Star. Michael Jordan, yet another MVP, 34, 7, and 6 a game. Zach Kent, Shaq, DPOY, so he takes over those reigns with number 42. Okay, great Shaq. Nicholas Ryan, most improved player. Looks like Kawhi, but in the 90s. I guess Kawhi could be in the 90s too. I don't really care. Eric Spoelstra, coach of the year, so Mike's team must have been nice. Jordan, Isaiah Ryder, Chris Webber, Charles Barkley, and Shaquille O'Neal, all NBA first team. I did one simulation where Isaiah Ryder was pretty cool. I forget it was the Len Bias one or the no Michael Jordan, but hey, you know what? Shout out to him. Kidd, Price, Baker, Malone, and Ewing on the second team. Just not going to question Vin Baker at all. Kevin Johnson, Payton, Pippen, Chris Morris, and Olajuwon on the third team. Wow, Hakeem fell to the third team? Well, yeah, I guess Shaq and Ewing exist. Gotta have some off years. Dallas and Miami, the first seeds in their respective conferences. The Sonics sold. The Kings with an already 92 overall Chris Webber sold. John Stockton and Larry Johnson could have got it done. Wow, didn't the Pistons? Oh, yeah, right. They lost Pippen. Right, got it. And yeah, remember when the Bulls were top 3 in the power rankings? Yeah, no, not anymore. Sorry, Isaiah. Rookie Kevin Garnett led the Pelicans to the, and Alonzo Mourning. Yeah, third seed in the Western Conference. Wow, shout out to him. Season points leaders, Players were Jordan, O'Neal, Wilkins, Ryder, and Ewing. Rebounds, O'Neal, Kemp, Barkley, Olajuwon, and Baker. Assists, Bogues, Johnson, Price, Strickland, and Porter. Steals, Jordan. Blocks, Robinson. And now for the first round, goodbye to the former team that used to, I don't know, be the team of Run TMC. Bye, Craig Elo. Deuces to Utah. Patrick Ewing's out of here. Kevin Garnett's out of here. The big three is out of here. They will not be repeating, right? They won it last year. I don't know. My short term, look, man, I looked down at my phone for like 4 seconds and forgot everything that happened for the past 3 hours. Raptors are out of here and the Pacers are out of here. Great job, Mark Price. They're just going to clown you until eternity now. So the Rockets actually made it to the second round. Oh, right. Yeah. Because Karl Malone's still there. Okay, great. So Karl Malone versus Shaq, the ultra reigning champion Dallas, which once again, to clarify, they aren't reigning champions. But yeah, against Kevin Johnson in Phoenix. At least I would assume that Kevin Johnson is still there, right? Yeah, he's the only person that stood. Jordan versus Mitch Richmond. And Penny Hardaway first ever playoff berth, I believe, against Reggie Miller and Barkley. That probably won't end out well. All right, second round. Finish off real quick. Hornets are gone easily. The Bullets are gone courtesy of Mike. Shaq's Grizzlies are out of here thanks to Karl Malone. And the Mavericks are out of here. So you got Jordan and Robinson against Barkley and Miller, which I believe happened last year, right? Or was it? I don't know. Well, first of all, that's the first ever Reggie and Jordan matchup, I'd assume, right? Which is pretty wild. And on the other side, you got Karl Malone and really nobody except for Kenny Anderson against Kevin Johnson. That's a really boring matchup. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. So the Celtics eliminated in 5 games to the Heat, and the Rockets are out of here to the Suns. That leaves us with Kevin Johnson versus Michael Jordan and David Robinson. Look, if you guys somehow manage to lose this, Mike, yeah, you're the biggest choke artist in the history of Major League Sports. You have less minutes than Antonio. I don't control the team. Okay, cool. They won the first game. The second one was very close, but the Suns actually held on to it despite Mike's 45 and nobody on the Suns even putting up 20. Third game, Jesus, the Suns win another game despite Mike's good effort. You know, just good, not great, not outstanding, not I don't know, some other adjective. Okay, cool. The Heat got one. Tied 2-2. I mean, there's 7 seconds left and this game is only a 1-point game. It's gonna be a free throw game real quick. And then Mike, you want to make a shot? They do have a timeout. Kevin, you want to miss some free throws real quick? I mean, this is the biggest game of the series. It's tied 2-2. Kevin, the first free throw is green, and the second free throw by Mr. Johnson is also good. Mike, you need a 3. They probably wish they had Reggie still right now. Meyer with the ball. Meyer's gonna pass into Kent. Kent in the corner. 3 is off. Rebounded by the Suns, and it is over. No reason for me to waste my time. Yeah, this one is wraps. Thank you very much to I guess the Suns. I don't know. They're up 3-2. Miami is going to hold on to force a game 7 thanks to Mike and Hakeem David Robinson both putting up 30. Every center has to be Hakeem to me in this league. I don't know why they just have to. And in game 7, the first ever, well, obviously the first ever game 7 in Mike's finals history, but in real life he never went to one of these, but in this one he prevailed regardless. Michael Jordan 45, 10, 5, and 5 as the Miami Heat, a team that is relatively new to the NBA themselves, wins their first NBA championship led by Michael Jordan, with him and David Robinson getting their first. Michael Jordan, the finals MVP. Jordan put up 33, 6, and 5 a game in this finals series as he once again led the league in playoff scoring. Yeah, he's pretty good at that, you know? Larry Bird retired. Doc Rivers retired. John Starks retired. Yeah, I instinctively skipped through the lottery again, but the Nets won it. And it's actually funny because this is like the biggest lottery ever in this video, at least. And yeah, they had ATL's pick, so they made a really, really bad franchise decision. The 2026 NBA draft, the first pick, the New Jersey Nets, a team that has been struggling, and they select Stephon Marbury, New York native, over Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, and I don't know, I forgot the rest. Oh yeah, Allen Iverson, right, that guy. The San Antonio Spurs, the second pick, they select Ray Allen, another player that I probably wouldn't have selected over, you know, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, but okay, cool. I would, as far as saying Ray Allen, why can't these people say words? Well, I guess I really can't. Is that hypocritical? I would, as far as saying Ray Allen is unarguably the best three-point shooter in the entire draft. Yeah, well, you're right. Denver Nuggets are now on the clock, and they select Steve Nash, so he literally goes next to John Stockton, right? Am I wrong? Yeah, no, I believe I'm right. A lot of media outlets were making a big deal about Steve Nash's abdomen. I have never seen this before on this screen, but nonetheless, injuries are off. The Philadelphia 76ers select Allen Iverson. Why not put 2 and 2 together in a little bit weather like Kanye and We Major? Trailblazers select Marcus Camby. Kobe is still not picked, and we are at Orlando at number 7, and they are going to select Sharif Abdul-Rahim. Is Kobe going to go to the Bulls and try and reinvent Michael Jordan's legacy that he failed to build with the Bulls? Let's just see. Okay, I'm done. Kobe went the pick after to New Jersey, so they paired up Stephon Stephon Marbury and Kobe Bryant with their own pick and the pick that they stole from Atlanta. Fantastic finesse. Luke Walton, but he's actually not Luke Walton. And for this year's free agency, we got John Stockton, Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, Shaquille. Oh, he's restricted. All right, yeah, we'll see the rest in a second. Stockton leaves the new Steve Nash team for the Hawks, which is actually, wait, oh, that's the team that traded their draft pick. Nice job, guys. Charles Barkley decided to remain, thankfully, in Boston, but Reggie Miller left him. Reggie Miller goes to Sacramento. Shaquille O'Neal stays with the Grizzlies. Chris Morris stays with, or no, he went to the Mavericks. Alonzo Mourning stood with the Pelicans. And yeah, the rest, we don't got to worry about that. Okay, so Reggie joins Chris Webber, who they tend to broadcast games a lot together. So I guess this is like, you know, foreshadowing. And sure, John Stockton in a bunch of trash, which he might fall into the category of with his career. Here's all the best players in the league. I guess I shouldn't read them off every single, well, it hasn't even been every single year, but there the hell you go. All right. 1996-97. Celtics still #1 even without Reggie. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe actually. Yeah, maybe. Jazz, you still suck. Haven't seen you do anything. Hawks, you also royally suck. I don't care about you. All right. Yeah, Grizzlies are really, really good, so they can get this pass. Surprised they didn't do much more last year. And the Bulls suck too. So all right, great job, Power Rankings. You did a really accurate job. Olajuwon, Ewing, Hardaway, Johnson, Webber, Jordan, Barkley, Stockton, Robinson, and O'Neal as the starters in the All-Star game. Vince Outlaw, one-time All-Star. Craig Elo, 6-time All-Star. And hey, Jamal Mashburn. Shaq, MVP potentially. What is it, like 4 years early of his actual one? Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Actually, only 3 years. Yeah, wow. He should have been on the Lakers by now. With young Kobe. Oh, wow. David Robinson, the most valuable player. He said Mike move. AC Snow, 6th man of the year. I think this is the guy that, wait, right? Yep, it was him. The former god next to Hakeem Olajuwon. Well, I mean, he's still a 6th man and off the bench and stuff. And on that trash Hawks team. Shaq, DPOY. Ah, yes. Benjamin Simmons, most improved player. And he's wearing number 25. Eric Spoelstra, coach of the year. Jordan, Kidd, Webber, Barkley, and Robinson on the first team. Elo, Drexler, Madice, Pippen, and O'Neal on the second team. And Price, Johnson, Malone, Morris, and Olajuwon on the third. Here's the defensive ones in case you are about to inquire about this. The Celtics and the Lakers are the first seeds in their respective conferences. That should be interesting. The Hawks actually did make the playoffs and were good, but they'll get bounced early. You know it. Mark Price is stupid. I don't think there's any real, oh yeah, that's a surprise. The Ewing Knicks suck. Aside from that though, the team's kind of, yeah, they're kind of expected. The Pelicans fell off a bit, I believe, and the Seattle's been kind of a disappointment or let down at the very least. I believe they made the finals one of these years, but maybe they still will. I don't know. Points was Jordan, Wilkins, O'Neal, Houston, and Robinson. Rebounds was Shaq, Robinson, Barkley, Webber, and Kemp. Assists was Gaines, Bogues, Johnson, Stockton, and Porter. Steals was Gary Payton, and blocks, I should say, was David Robinson. First round, former Mark Price team. Now Craig Elo team is out of here. Goodbye to Reggie Miller and Chris Webber. Honestly, I forget who was on the Magic. Maybe it's some cool rookies. I don't know, but the Clippers are out of here too. Deuces to Allen Iverson Sixers. I almost forgot that he even went there. Milwaukee's gone. The Spurs are gone. And the Lakers are gone in the first round to none other than the Mavericks. Of course, the big three themselves lose to the gods in Dallas and Chris Morris. Now we got Barkley versus not Wilkins. I don't even know who the hell is on the Hawks. Oh wait, right, that's John Stockton's team. Hornets versus Heat. Yeah, the Hornets they kind of suck. They got big body Sean Bradley, but he'll probably get big body by David Robinson. Mavericks versus Rockets. Karl Malone versus I guess Dikembe and these guys. And then Scottie Pippen, Shaquille O'Neal, Terry Porter against this team that is definitely going to lose, right? Well, actually, the Suns upset everybody last year, so we'll see. Yep, they upset him again. The Vancouver Grizzlies are eliminated. Jesus Christ. The 390 overall team loses to Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson got to be a top 7 player of this decade after those 2 years. Mavericks are out of here to the Rockets. Celtics are out of here to the Hawks. And the Heat are out of here. They will not be repeating. They lose to the Hornets. Michael Jordan chokes to Stuart Harper as John Stockton's the only player rated above 88 in the series. But hey, it's him or his Penny, which is like a 6-inch height difference. And then you got Karl Malone versus Kevin Johnson. Actually, this match is pretty even. But then again, he just beat down 390. So it's probably over for you, Karl. And well, in these matchups, the Hawks lose. So they're out of here to Charlotte. And the Rockets are also out of here. But like I said, yeah, Kevin Johnson is God. They win by 4 points as thanks McDice. AC Snow tried to will this team through, but it didn't really work. The Hawks, that is. And now I can almost guarantee this will be the most boring finals matchup. Maybe it'll still be fun, honestly. But so far, wait, Eldon Burton. Hey, how you doing? Like the 3-time 6th man of the year. Honestly, I kind of want to see 7'7" Sean Bradley in a game, but nonetheless, it's pretty even match. It's just Penny Hardaway versus what's his name? Kevin Johnson. Kevin probably deserves a ring. I'm rooting for him here. He's now up 1-0 after that first game performance. And the second game, they win yet again. Oh, this is Ryan Hollins. No, it's Robert Hollins. The third game, I mean, it's tied with 39 seconds left. How could I not jump in? Lang with the ball. Lang into Johnson. Johnson down to Maggette. Maggette layup is off. Rebounded again by Maggette layup again is good. Penny Hardaway, a very intimidating 6'7" man. Harper with the ball over to Wesley, out to Burton. Burton, you got Bradley. You know Bradley's good at three-point shooting, right? No. The two-time at least sixth man of the year, Burton, pass over to Page. Page gets the screen. Page going to the basket. He's gonna post up, pull up, mid-range shot. Page is off. Yup, this game is over. Made both free throws, and yup, that's wraps. The Suns are up 3-0, and they are not letting up. This team is godlike. They didn't need nothing too crazy. No big threes, no Michael Jordan, no Hakeem Olajuwon. Just give him some Kevin Johnson and some supporting cast. The Phoenix Suns win, I believe, their first championship ever. It might be second. I believe it's first, though. Honestly, they just said their like generic thing where they say there's no better champion the league could have asked for. Shout out to Antonio McDyess. As much as a weird championship this was, yeah, they kind of earned it. They were up here like every single year dominating, even though they're not that good. Kevin Johnson, 12 points on 4 for 5 shooting with 14 assists. McDyess, 19 and 15 a game in the finals. Jordan is a playoff scoring guy. We know this by now. Rick Mahorn retired. Derek Gervin. In the lottery for Tim Duncan. Yes, Timothy Duncan himself. The Trailblazers are number 1. And well, who the hell is going to win it? The Bulls, then the Knicks, and the Raptors. Okay, the Knicks still got a prime Ewing, and well, kind of prime. And yeah, could have had Tim Duncan if he somehow falls to second. 2027 NBA draft. The first pick, the Chicago Bulls select Tim Duncan from Wake Forest. But the second pick, the New York Knicks are going to select Tracy McGrady. Yeah, not too shabby. And then Toronto gets Mark Blunt. Fantastic. Sean T. Billups to the Trailblazers. And yeah, so on and so forth. Oh God, Penny is definitely going to leave after losing the finals. Chris Webber re-signs with the Kings, and Penny re-signs, and all the rest of these guys, I don't know where the hell they were, except for Dominique. He left the Lakers for the Rockets. Fantastic. We have seen how the league is shaped up so far. I'm probably already an hour into this, if not more, in the video. So 1997-98. This is actually the second to last year of this video. Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, Utah, and Vancouver in the power rankings. But for the record, oh wait, right, Chicago has Tim Duncan now. Yeah, no, he's actually pretty good. And I just realized Jason Kidd and Allen Iverson are teammates. Team Michael and Team Chris. Chris Webber. Oh wow, I thought it was the other Chris, that guy from Dallas. Webber, Barkley, Ewing, Hardaway, Johnson, Jordan, Olajuwon, Pippen, Stockton, and Robinson in the starters. And Tim Duncan's already a one-time All-Star, and Kevin Garnett's a one-time All-Star. Shout out to this guy. I just had like a full-on conversation with him because he was subscribed. Michael Jordan, most valuable player. Not much of a surprise, but now I want another ring. Come on now, we got to get 6 in these next 1 year. Robert Horry, 6th man of the year. Shaq, the DPOY. Billy Donovan, coach of the year. Jordan, Johnson, Webber, McDyess, and O'Neal on the first team. McDyess definitely deserves that recognition because he just led his team to the finals. Kidd, Elo, Pippen, Duncan, and Robinson on the second team. If only these two were teammates. Maybe they'd be better than Jordan and Robinson. I don't know. And third, Marbury, Stockton, Barkley, Vin Baker, and Ewing. Ah, yes, all defensive Jordan, Harper, and Pippen. If only they knew they would have been all teammates in one dimension. Seattle and Miami, the first seeds. Didn't I say something about Seattle not winning a ring? But now here the hell they go. Kemp, Payton, and Reggie Lewis holding it down. And the Knicks are back into the contention with Tracy McGrady deep off the bench. Tim Duncan's Bulls fall literally no games out. Actually, they were tied. Philly falls out the playoffs despite Iverson and Kidd. The Hawks went back to being awful, and Mark Price still awful. So yeah, a couple of them to name. Oh my God. Phoenix missed the playoffs after oh God. Magic and Clyde are old, so I'm not surprised here. Reggie and Webber missed the playoffs. Yeah, the league's starting to get pretty stacked now. Even AC Snow couldn't make the playoffs. How sad. Jordan, Shaq, Hill, Ewing, and Olajuwon in points. Robinson, Webber, Barkley, O'Neal, and McDyess in rebounds. And for assists, Porter, Johnson, Strickland, Harper, Payton. The first round. Pistons are gone. Knicks are out of here despite being the second seed, but they lost to the Celtics, so it's Barkley, you know. Hornets gone, who kind of just went to the finals. So yeah, Mavericks are out of here in the first round as they were the 8th seed. The Magic are also out of here. The Nuggets are out of here. Karl Malone's gone, and I don't remember who the hell's on the Pelicans, but they're on the Pelicans and they're gone. And Kevin Garnett's out of here. Now for the second round, Toronto has made it thus far. I just accidentally simulated through it. That's incredible. You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna simulate it. Whatever. Boston is out of here. Deuces to Barkley. Shaq has been eliminated. Toronto was gone to Mike, and Seattle also beat out. Wait, no. What was the other one I didn't say? Hakeem got eliminated. It's been a minute since he's been up here. Now we actually have Washington, the Washington Bullets. Mitch Richmond is in the conference finals against Michael Jordan and David Robinson. While on the other side, yeah, first seeded Gary Payton and Sean Kemp against Grant Hill and literally, I don't know, a bunch of weird people, Hershey Hawkins. And it results in the Clippers getting eliminated and the Heat getting eliminated to the Bullets. This is one hell of a weird sequence. Oh, hey, look, Dennis Rodman's also there. He's going to be playing against Sean Kemp. At least that makes it kind of interesting. I mean, Mitch Richmond's cool too. The first game is gonna, Jesus Christ, Seattle. Payton and Baja, 27 apiece. The second game, and now the Bullets blow them out. So thanks to Mitch Richmond, yeah, this should be pretty back and forth. The third game, close, kind of close call, but it goes to the Bullets. The fourth game, Wes Unseld must have won a ring with this team, I would assume. So yeah, no, this wouldn't be their first, but they're up 3-1. Right, Wes Unseld was on the Probably. I don't know. Why am I asking you? Were you alive in 1966? Maybe you were. I don't know. And with the Bullets up 3-1, trying to hold back Seattle, the Sonics win a game. So now, who the hell is this Baja guy? I don't know. He's good though. 3-2. And the Washington Bullets. I'm taking a shot because he just tried to take a shot too. Hold on. Gary Payton, floater at the buzzer. Thank you very much. Wow, I missed. Win their NBA championship of 1998. Dennis Rodman. I saw him in the corner, hype as hell. I mean, like always. Probably took 14 games off. What's the odds on him still being with Carmen Electra in this universe? Gary Payton and Scott Brooks dapping each other up. Dennis Rodman cracking the bottle over his head. Dennis Rodman be the most person to crack a bottle over someone's head ever. Nick Van Exel, 21 points per game to win Finals MVP. Jordan led the league with 30. He almost had 10 more points than anybody else, and he even went to the conference finals. Bernard King retired. Derek Harper retired. Dennis Rodman retired. I mean, hey, went out on a good note. Sam Bowie, Nate McMillan, ironically with the Pacers, and big body John Williams. And now we got the Dirk Nowitzki, Vince Carter, Paul Pierce, so on and so forth lottery. In the lottery itself, you know, we got Timberwolves, Bucks, Bulls, Magic, Pistons. Wow, the Atlanta traded their pick again. Jesus. And with these lottery odds, the Magic get the first pick, followed by the Sixers, Hawks, Bucks, Timberwolves. Sixers are potentially going to team up Jason Kidd, Allen Iverson, and who? First pick goes to the Orlando, obviously yeah, they pick Paul Pierce. Second pick, the 76ers select Antoine Jameson. I mean, it's not a bad pick, but all right, you could have picked Dirk. Number 1 in every mock draft. All right, sure. The third pick, the Hawks select Vince Carter, so he goes there, I don't know, 23 years or no, 22. I don't know. The Milwaukee Bucks select, they're going to select Earl Boykins over Dirk. I don't care what his in-class basketball IQ is. He's 5'5". The Timberwolves select Dirk Nowitzki, so he joins absolutely nobody. Following that, Bibby went to the Bulls, Tyronn Lue to the Mavericks, and now free agency of 1998. Jason Kidd, Hardaway, Johnson, Kemp. Johnson's a pretty big one, obviously. But then again, he kind of did just miss the playoffs. And Kemp, who just, well, he didn't win the ring, but you get it. And Payton, oh yeah, they're leaving. I can feel it. They're gonna leave just for no reason at all, even though they went to the finals. Kidd stood with the 76ers. Okay. Tim Hardaway, I believe he was with the Grizzlies. No, I don't know. No, he's staying with Utah. Kevin Johnson, loyal to the soil. Sean Kemp also stays. Gary Payton left for the Pistons, which was a team that I believe he originally should have been drafted to, right? Because he was the third. I thought he was gonna go first. I remember that. That was the first ever draft. You know, I'm getting a throwback right now. He's already 30. Rod Strickland to the Warriors. He leaves the Knicks, and and Grant Hill leaves the Clippers for the Bulls. That's pretty big. Magic Johnson's still in the league. Oh, he went to go team up with Mike. Oh my God, he might be starting even. No, but he'll be the backup point for sure. As we head into the final season of the video, 98-99, since you know that's 10 years in. The best players are Jordan and Pippen. If only you two just stood together. O'Neal, Stockton, Olajuwon, Webber, Barkley, Reggie, Kidd, Robinson, Malone, and so on and so forth. Hey, Craig Elo. Speaking of Pippen and Jordan staying together, I guess it was the contract dispute. Remember they didn't want to pay him? We'll just say it was that. Season number 10, 1998-99. Celtics, Bulls, Jazz, Hawks, and Grizzlies leading the power rankings. And this is it. Michael and Hakeem, the captains of the last year, going back to old times, which is, honestly, it was probably like 2 years ago they were. Barkley, Stockton, Johnson, Webber, Ewing, Hardaway, Robinson, and O'Neal joined them in the starters. Grant Hill's a one-time All-Star, so is Marbury, and Ray Allen, Strickland. Looks like Hakeem will probably be winning this MVP, although shout out to Tim Duncan for no reason at all. Hakeem Olajuwon, yet another MVP. His third of the video, I believe he has the most. Mike might have tied, but I think Mike only has 2. 6 Man of the Year, Freddie, Shaq, DPOY, Ben Weber, Most Improved, and Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. Jordan, Marbury, Webber, Barkley, and Olajuwon as the final All-NBA first team. Johnson, Hardaway, Duncan, Baker, and O'Neal as the second team. And Kidd, Weber, Garnett, Nowitzki, and Robinson on the third. Yes, young rookie Dirk. Here's the defensive teams for the last year. Miami and Golden State in the respective, conferences are both the 1 seed. So Hakeem versus Jordan. Now that would be the way to close it out. Come on, you guys can't sell this. I'm rooting for both Hakeem and Mike in this one. The Supersonics missed the playoffs. Oh, you're right, because Gary Payton left. And that's why Weber is good, because they needed someone to play point guard. Lakers couldn't make the playoffs last year, but they kind of lost everybody except for Clyde. Hawks still suck, even though they got Vince Carter now. Tracy McGrady and Patrick Ewing couldn't get it done. The Raptors have probably been the weirdest team this entire thing, but they also couldn't get it done still. And the Bullets, I mean, they lost Dennis Rodman, but just 1 year removed of winning a championship, they missed the playoffs. I guess it's the Rodman impact. I don't know. Hey, Steven Jackson. Points leaders was Jordan, Olajuwon, Marbury, Nowitzki, and O'Neal. Rebounds is O'Neal, Robinson, Olajuwon, Pavin, and Duncan. Assists, Johnson, Strickland, Porter, Skiles, and Price. I've never seen Skiles literally had the most assists in NBA history, in a game at least. Pippen and steals, Olajuwon and blocks. Now for the playoffs. Miami and Golden State, I'm rooting for the both of you. Pelicans are gone. Celtics are out of here, which I would have honestly been fine with seeing Barkley too, but I guess he's gone. gone. Pistons are out of here. Spurs, deuces. Hornets, deuces. The Clippers are gone. The Sixers are also out of here, and the Suns are out of here. So no more Kevin Johnson redemption. Both the Golden State and the Miami Heat are both still alive. Mike is playing his former team. I'm just trying to see these conference finals, honestly. I'm just trying to see him. I'm trying to, come on, Mike. Come on, Hakeem. The Grizzlies are out of here. I would have been fine with seeing Shaq too, but all right. The Bulls are eliminated. The Nuggets are eliminated. Oh my, I just saw they were down, I think 3-1. Yeah, Hakeem is a man on a mission because they just came back from down 3-1 to win the series. And it's the Warriors, of course. The 1 versus 2 seeds in both conferences. Jason Williams, Stephon Marbury, Kobe Bryant. I did not realize. And McDyess left? He left the Suns for the Nets? Wow, a lot of things happened. I definitely didn't realize that part, but I mean, yeah, Kobe, you're young. Kobe versus Michael Jordan. Here the hell we go. So either way, that's a win-win. And on the other side, Karl Malone versus former teammate Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm just gonna hope that Hakeem wins because I'm trying to see Hakeem do something in this final. The Miami Heat. Yes, Michael Jordan loses to Kobe Bryant, and the Rockets have lost to Hakeem. We are not gonna get no Michael Jordan Hakeem matchup, but we do get a Kobe Bryant, Stephon Marbury, and Antonio McDyess matchup against Hakeem. I'm not complaining with no Kobe succeeding, as Marbury is averaging 37 a game in this playoff run. So yeah, I mean, come on now, he's obviously carrying this team right now. But Kobe is still averaging 23, which is 8th in the playoffs at an 83 overall only. Shout out to AC Snow. Well, Hakeem is Hakeem. We know this. So the first game, I'm trying to see gameplay. I am trying to see gameplay. Hopefully neither blows it out right now because yeah. Well, the Nets took a firm hold on this one. Yeah, never mind. I wanted to see gameplay, but it's cool. Kobe 21, Marbury 32, Hakeem 18. Second game, the Warriors able to get their hold on the series. They tie it up 1-1. Chris Mullen is still in town. Did not realize. I don't think he's starting anymore. Marbury had 50. Game 2, Warriors take yet another win led by Hakeem, of course. I mean, obviously. Game 3, 2-1 lead for Golden State. Backs against the wall for New Jersey, and yeah, they're not making much of it. Oh god, yeah, the Warriors won another game. It is a 3-1 lead for Golden State. If they end off this decade losing another 3-1 lead, I would, you know what I mean? Although it kind of happened 20 years in the future, that would be wild. Well, New Jersey's definitely not letting them off easy, but I can't necessarily simulate here because, you know, they might win a ring. Only a 1-point game. 18 seconds left. 1-point lead for New Jersey. Marbury's gonna get fouled real quick. Marbury, the first, is off. Golden State does have a timeout, but they don't even need it. There's 17 seconds left. Marbury hits 1 out of 2 free throws, and they do take the timeout. Steve Kerr's still a coach, even though he's probably in the league right now. He might have retired. I don't know. Marbury 27 in this game, but he might have just choked away their, I don't know, something. Their chances at extending this to game 6. They have a, who the hell is that in the paint? Who is that? Blake layup is good. Blake is a power forward, 79. They just posted him up and it worked. Okay then. Marbury, 8 seconds left. Stephon Marbury. Marbury off-ball screens being set for Markov. Markov mid-range shot is off. Hakeem rebound, and that is it for the regulation. 29 seconds left. Golden State is down by 1 with the, why did you take another timeout? I don't know. Oh, Steve Kerr hesitated. Strickland with the ball. Strickland going left. They got Strickland going to the basket. He gets blocked. I'm just gonna, you know, skip past this guy making both free throws more than likely. Oh, he missed the second free throw. I don't know what the hell is, wait, what? Wait, where's Hakeem? Hakeem has fouled out. They must have Chris Mullen. Yeah, he's in the corner right now. They got Strickland with the ball. Strickland going to the basket. Down to Blake. Blake layup is good. New Jersey needs another game winner unless, well, another overtime. Here we go. Markov with the ball. 5 seconds left. Markov going right. He's gonna pull up for 3. Markov downtown, and it's good. We began this video with an insane 3-point shot hit by Blackman, and it does not change going into the end of it. Mullen 23, Olajuwon 22, Kobe Bryant 32, followed by Marbury's 27 and Markov's 22 in the game winner. He shot 9 for 22 though. 3-2 series in the advantage of Golden State. Looks like New Jersey is about to force a game 7. Come on, look, I'm not jumping in. I'm not doing no beat. Oh my god. 35-10 from Marbury forces the Warriors into a game 7 after being up 3-1. Doesn't even matter if it's not a close finish to end this off. This is wild in itself. The New Jersey Nets are going to defeat the Golden State Warriors in game 7 of the NBA Finals, forcing the Warriors to blow a 3-1 lead and officially bring rings to New Jersey for the first time in NBA history, and Kobe Bryant and Stephon Marbury. Yep. Well, that was a hell of a turn of events. Beating Michael Jordan and then beating Hakeem Olajuwon, the 2 most dominant forces of the decade, at least in terms of regular season for Mike, but you know, he won a ring. Wow. Stephon Marbury, of course, finals MVP, even though Kobe was kind of balling out himself. They still got Brooklyn on these. Shout out to the modders for putting on New Jersey onto everything else. But hey, shout out to Brooklyn. We kind of predicted it, foreshadowed it 20 years early. 10 10 actually. Olajuwon 28 on 11 for 19. Reggie Lewis 27, but Stephon Marbury 38 and Kobe 34. Yep, they combined for a cool whatever the hell that number is, and it worked out pretty well. Wow. Kobe gets his first ring, well, just a year early actually. Marbury 37 and 8 a game in the finals. Jordan 38 a game in the playoffs. And as Magic Johnson, Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, Clyde Drexler, James Worthy, and Roy Tarpley retire, that is officially going to do it. Through this, I would assume that we saw some new records being set for single games, such as Hakeem Olajuwon making the most field goals in a playoff game, Chris Morris tying the most threes in a playoff game, John Stockton with the most assists in the playoff game, beating out his own record. Actually, yeah, that's actually it. That's literally all the records. They did not beat none of these like single game records for regular season, like the points, like Kobe's still up here, but I mean, you get it. I believe Dominique Wilkins might be the highest scoring player, right? Or actually, no, Michael Jordan here at 12, followed by Wilkins. Yep, those are the highest scorers in this 10-year period. But for the league history, we started off with a Jordan Chicago MVP, followed by a Mark Price. Then Ewing got his. Hakeem went back-to-back on different teams. Jordan got 2, followed by his teammate David Robinson. Then he got another one. And then Hakeem got his 3rd, which now in retrospect, that tied Michael Jordan's 3. So they both had 3 each. When it comes to DPOY, Jordan 3-peated with this, then Hakeem 3-peated, and then Shaq 4-peated. So yeah, they dominated the whole decade. Not mistaken, the only player that did make the first team every single year was Michael Jordan. Regardless of his postseason kind of struggles this time around, he still, yeah, it was still him. When it comes to the past champions, first year we got a surprise championship. Not really the matchup itself, because Detroit was supposed to win it in real life, but they lost to Dallas. Shout out to Roy Tarpley, who just retired, as we kind of just saw. He must have had a drastic fall off, kind of like in real life. Hakeem Olajuwon got his ring alongside Karl Malone in the next year over, the Mark Price-led Cleveland Cavaliers. But then Mark Price was stupid and left, and that's why he was never good again. Then Dallas came back and beat out the 76ers, led by Charles Barkley. Once again, 4-2, led by Derek Harper, the finals MVP. Barkley then left the 76ers, went to the Celtics and said hell no, and beat them down 4-2 the next year. I actually didn't even realize that pattern. 23-24, Golden State beats out the Celtics 4-2. Hakeem Olajuwon his 2nd ring on a different team. Then the Lakers' big 3 gets their ring, led by MVP Dominique Wilkins over Michael Jordan, his first ever finals appearance. But then Jordan bounces back the next year, beats out the Suns 4-3. And well, the Suns were pissed off at that, so they came back and just bullied the hell out of the Hornets. The only 4-0 sweep in this entire decade. Shout out to Kevin Johnson and Antonio McDyess, the finals MVP. Next year was definitely the weirdest one, because I thought Seattle was going to, avenge their finals appearance with a finals win, but instead the Washington Bullets, Nick Van Exel, congratulations. You and Mitch Richmond led this team to 4-2. And last but not least, definitely, actually, maybe the least. Yep, that makes sense, right? That makes perfect sense. Stephon Marbury, Kobe Bryant, and the New Jersey Nets come back from a 3-1 deficit to beat out the Warriors. Jordan led the league in points for most of these years, except for 1 from Dominique and 2 from Patrick. Rebounds, well, you could see it was pretty mixed up here. Assists, also pretty mixed up. Shout out to Muggsy Bogues for getting a couple in here. Steals, a lot of Jordan, a lot of Pippen, and some Gary Payton and some Tim Legler. Blocks, definitely a lot of Hakeem and David Robinson, and I guess Greg Ostertag with 4. Why did I miss that? I think that was the one year I didn't say it. And actually, not one Hall of Fame inductee this entire time. Even this year, we have no Hall of Fame inductees, even with Magic Johnson. Because, everyone's reset to 1 year pro, all those first year All-Star appearance things, yeah. But that is officially going to do it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this goes down. I think it will as a classic of this channel, regardless if it gets 4 views or 400,000. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, comment Marbury Madness. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. I don't know why. I want to see who the hell stuck all the way through this. Shout out to all my links in the description. If you want to know what the hell I'm doing, then go there. Let me know what you want to see next. And I'm out of here. Cut.